Hello, this is Tristan, your Microsoft student partner from University of Central Florida. I'm going to show you 7 tips and tricks for Windows 7. Alright, well the first one I want to show you guys is the new taskbar and some of the new hotkeys they added in there. So with the new taskbar you can actually pin icons directly on there. As far as this way you can run those applications, click it and it's done. So for example, I've got Internet Explorer, my folders, Windows Media Player, Zune, Word, Outlook, Steam. As you can see I've got folders on there. As well as opening up new programs, you'll see it actually add icon on there as far as this one I've got right here. So one of the nice things about that is that I can actually open up stuff with a hotkey. Now what I can do is I can actually hit the Windows key and hit number 1 for Internet Explorer because that's the first thing on there. And you can actually use consecutive numbers based on where they're on a taskbar. So for example, if I wanted to open up, let's say if I want to open up Word, I would hit Windows, I'd hold down the Windows key and hit 5. That'll open up Word. There it is, done. Actually, this is Office 2010, so you can actually see a little bit of sneak peek. It's out there, a public beta, but anyways, this way you can actually see it too. But continuing what's going on, actually I need to tell this not to do what it's going to do because unfortunately Camtasia has issues. So one of the nice things about that is I can actually now run applications and boot them up much quicker. Another thing you can also do too is called Quick Launch. Now if I right click on like the Internet Explorer icon, I can actually open up frequently visited websites. So for example, I'm a very big booter. I'll click on boot here and I actually be able to open up boot right there. Don't even have to go in, do my bookmarks and find what I want. I can actually just go and open up whatever I want, as well as I can also jump into different stuff here. And the same thing applies with Word. So for example, if I'm working on a homework assignment like Homework 3 Computer Network, so I'll click on that, it open up my Homework 3, done. It's right there. Now this actually leads into another thing I was going to mention about, which is the third tip and trick, is Aero Snap. Now with Aero Snap, this little thing they have here is allows you to actually snap your windows to the left and right of the screen, actually as well as maximize too. So for example, if I'm working on it, a document for example in homework, and I need to actually work on some stuff that's in on Internet Explorer, obviously not woo. Let's go ahead and click Arduino tutorial lessons here. What I can do is I can actually snap this to the left hand side by dragging my mouse and snapping it right there. You can see how the window kind of pops out, and then what I do is I snap that there, done. It's right there, and then I can snap the right side window by doing the same exact effect. And I'll go ahead and snap that, done. So now I can go ahead and work in my Word document as well as working on my Internet Explorer to find out different stuff for research or, in this case, Arduino board. So that's a nice little thing, as well as if I want to maximize things, I can go ahead and bring it to the top and it's maximized. I know, it's crazy. But anyways, so the same thing also actually happens with hotkeys. You can actually hold down the Windows key and use the arrow keys to do the same effect. So if I wanted to maximize window, I can actually hold down the Windows key and hit up. As long as I hit the arrow key up, maximize the window. If I want to bring it back down to where it is, I hit the arrow key down once. And if I want to snap it to the left hand side, I hit the left hand arrow key. And then if I want to snap to right, I do the right hand arrow key. And that brings it in the middle first, and then do it again, and it's on the right side. So you can Aero Snaps, makes things a little easier, so you don't have to play around with the window sizes and get it all adjusted. Just makes things easy. Now, not only does that make things easy, let's say for example, I've got a lot of windows open. Let me go and open up a lot more windows here. Let's see, we got Internet Explorer here. Let's go ahead and open up a few more of these windows. Obviously, Arduino tutorial. I don't know if most people know how to open up a new window with hotkey. It's actually Control N, in case people want to know that for Internet Explorer. So now I've got these windows open. Now, if I have all these windows open and I'm running around and I'm like working on stuff and I'm like, man, where's that one thing I have? Like, let's do a physical computing blog. So I've got this stuff right here. So what I can do is I can actually hover over the Internet Explorer and actually see all the windows I open. Obviously, I've got a bunch of Arduino ones, but I can then also hover over and actually see a preview of each one of those individual windows, which is nice. So same thing works for any other applications, where you can see where your window is, and then it's like, all right, well, I really want to do this one, so let me click it. Click it, it automatically appears right up there, and it's right there. So that makes life a little easier. And like, let's say in the situation, let's see, the next one I'm actually going to talk about is what's called Aero Shake. Now, one of the nice things about this is for a student, being in a classroom, your professor doesn't obviously want you on Facebook. So if I'm on Facebook talking to my friends or whatever, I'm really supposed to be working on my homework. I could actually shake my window to actually minimize everything else, and everything gets minimized, and it looks like I'm only working on that one window. And when he's gone and I want to get back to what I'm doing, I can go ahead and shake it again, and it brings everything back. So it makes things a little easier. As well, if I also want to just be able to peek at the desktop, I can actually go down to the bottom right here and actually just hover over that. It'll actually not minimize, but make all the windows transparent. This way the professor's just like, oh, he's a good boy, he's not doing anything. But I can also go ahead and click it and it minimize it as well. So it's a little trick right there, but it's a nice little thing to have. So with that done, that's kind of just like how the interface works for Windows 7. I also want to kind of talk about how to make fonts and other types of how your display just to look better, as far as like each display is different. You can buy really expensive displays, you can buy really cheap displays. Now in my case I've got a Dell 22-inch widescreen LCD monitor. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to Control Panel here. Let's go and select Control Panel, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to search for a thing called Clear Type. Let's go and type in clear. Oops. So what I'm going to do is I can adjust clear type text to actually adjust for based on my text. So what I can do is if I click next here, I can actually select it for this monitor. Obviously, I can actually select for different text which one's better. In my case, this one's better, whereas this one might be better on your monitor. And I can go through this whole tutorial wizard and be able to get this done to make my text look much better. Another thing too is actually to adjust your display color. So what you can do here is I can actually type in display color, and I can calibrate display color right here. Now this works with gammas and different stuff with brightness, so I can click next to go through the tutorial and learn what's best, what's good, and I can actually adjust it right there, as well as I can also adjust my brightness as well too. So it makes life a little easier, so we can make sure you get the best visual experience out of Windows 7 you can. Well, that's pretty much it. That's all the stuff I was going to talk to you guys about. Feel free to comment or just say, hey, what do you do if you want to do this? I'm always on there. I can always respond, help you guys out. I'll also be including a breakdown in my description on the YouTube, so make sure you see that. But yep, that was it. I appreciate you watching, and have a good one.